Sky News were reporting yesterday that Notting Hill Carnival had been a resounding success, as they reported only 38 arrests had been made, 1 stabbing and 4 knives recovered. Despite that being ludicrous in itself, they were in fact playing it down. It has emerged that it's been more chaotic than that, as the police struggle for control as more stabbings have taken place despite 7,000 Metropolitan Police officers at the event. But the mainstream media don't want to tell you that. As you already know, we live in a 2-tier society, and if you're not a British national, you can't do any wrong. Our job is just to shed some light on the chaos that is going on and to keep you up to date. As always, hit the like and subscribe button and join our fast-growing community. A 32-year-old woman is in a life-threatening condition after being stabbed at Notting Hill Carnival on Sunday. The Metropolitan Police said 2 other people, a 29-year-old man and a 24-year-old man, were also stabbed. The force said they made 90 arrests at the West London Festival, and 15 officers have been assaulted. Officers say the alleged crimes include assault on an emergency worker, assault, possession with intent to supply, sexual offences and robbery. It comes as 7,000 Met officers have been deployed for the 2-day event, which expects to see more than 1 million people attend. On Sunday night, a Met spokesman said, "Hundreds of thousands of people came to Notting Hill Carnival today to enjoy a fantastic celebration. Our officers have been on duty working to keep them safe, as part of a very carefully planned policing operation. Regrettably, a minority came to commit crime and engage in violence. A Section 60 order, which grants greater search powers to prevent further violence, will remain in place until 2 a.m. tomorrow. The order also gives officers the power to demand the removal of face coverings being used to conceal a person's identity. Anyone refusing can be arrested." Ahead of the event, the Met described it as a day in London's cultural calendar that was also a challenging event to police, with very dense crowds and a regrettable history of a minority of people using it as an opportunity to commit crime, including violence. The Met's spokesperson for this year's carnival, Commander Charmaine Brenier, said she has happy memories of the music, costumes, floats and fantastic atmosphere. Sadly, however, we know that for a minority of people, Carnival is an opportunity to commit crime or to seek out violent confrontation. As a police officer on duty in previous years, I've seen both the carnival I experienced in my youth, but also the other side of the same event when, later in the day, the atmosphere changes in some parts, with floats and costumes giving way to serious violence. Over the past 2 years, 1 person was killed, 14 others have been stabbed, and more than 125 police officers have been assaulted at Notting Hill Carnival. So there you guys. That's the truth. Now imagine if this was St. George's Day, Keir Starmer would be making a statement and bracing everyone racist and thugs. I expect to hear from Mr. Starmer tomorrow in his speech condemning people's actions. I mean, just look at the carnage as the police lose control of the situation. In this clip you can see this man running around with a machete. A machete? Like what the heck? Then now look at this mess as we shared earlier of the police scrabbling to take control. It's mental. What are your thoughts on the Notting Hill Carnival? Let me know in the comments. In other news, 2 people have been taken to hospital after a huge fire broke out in an East London building, forcing more than 100 people to flee their homes. 40 fire engines and 225 firefighters attended the scene on Freshwater Road, Dagenham, at 2:44 a.m. on Monday. A major incident has been declared by the London Fire Brigade, as residents in the area are asked to keep their windows and doors shut due to the heavy smoke. The fire service said a significant search and rescue operation is underway. Assistant Commissioner Patrick Goulbourne said the building has a number of fire safety issues known to the London Fire Brigade. 4 patients were treated at the scene, with 2 being taken to hospital. Thick black smoke can still be seen pouring from the building, with flames erupting at times. London Fire Brigade said scaffolding surrounding the building, ground floor and the roof were set alight. The cause of the fire is not yet known. London Fire Commissioner Andy Rowe said, "We were called to the incident at 02:44 this morning. The first crew arrived within 5 minutes, and the second crew arrived within 6 minutes. An aerial appliance also arrived in under 6 minutes. To allow us to focus our resources on the incident, we have declared a major incident. The building has a number of fire safety issues known to London Fire Brigade. A full simultaneous evacuation of the building was immediately carried out, and a significant search and rescue operation is underway." The brigade's control officers have taken 16 calls to the fire, including successfully giving vital fire survival guidance to a number of people using our Fire Survival Guidance app, which allows information to be exchanged between control and the incident ground in a timely, accurate, and consistent manner. Britain will join one of the world's largest trading blocs, with more than 500 million people, within months. As of Thursday last week, the UK received the final necessary national ratification formally to join the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership. With the UK, the bloc will contain 590 million customers, 31% more than the EU, according to Facts for EU. The UK needed 6 of the 11 founding member countries of the trading bloc to ratify their previously signed agreement, in order for the UK to become the first non-founder member, although it only takes effect with regards to those countries that have ratified. Peru made history on Thursday when the Peruvian government ratified the accession of the UK to membership of the CPTPP. It means the UK will embark on the largest trade deal in its history within the next 3 months, Facts for EU said. The think tank criticised the Labour government for failing to announce the news on the UK government website. However, Secretary of State for Business and Trade Jonathan Reynolds celebrated the development in a newspaper article this weekend. Writing for The Observer, he said, "It will mark a major milestone in our journey to full membership of a bloc that will boast a combined GDP of £12 trillion after the UK joins." He said the accession was a real win for big-hitting British exporters, but would also offer a boost for smaller businesses who are keen to break into these markets for the first time. The CPTPP is a free trade agreement between 11 countries in the Asia-Pacific region: Australia, Brunei, Chile, Japan, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Peru, Singapore, and Vietnam. The 6 countries which have now ratified the deal are Japan, Singapore, Chile, New Zealand, and Peru. The remaining 5, Australia, Brunei, Canada, Malaysia, and Mexico, have signed the deal but are yet to ratify it formally as a result of their parliamentary or other procedures. The UK is the first non-founder member to be allowed to join, and 99% of UK goods exports to CPTPP will be eligible for zero tariffs, Facts for EU said. The Dep for Business and Trade previously said, "CPTPP is one of the largest free trade areas in the world. This free trade agreement, FTA, spans the Asia-Pacific and the Americas, and includes some of the world's largest current and future economies. CPTPP will also provide the UK with a stepping stone to trade with the wider, strategically important Indo-Pacific. It is expansionary at its heart. As new members join, the UK will be able to benefit from its expansion and increased opportunities to trade." Last year, former Prime Minister and former International Trade Secretary Liz Truss said, "As Trade Secretary, I made our formal application to join CPTPP 2 years ago. I am delighted negotiations are completed, deepening UK access to some of the world's fastest-growing economies. This is global Britain in action, and an important counterweight to those who seek to undermine our values. This is a vital development as we seek to boost UK exports to new markets and deliver additional economic growth." What are your thoughts on the clips we showed you in today's video? Let us know down in the comments section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. Make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.